Okay, hi students. Welcome to week 10 of this class, which is really quite amazing because we only have 14 weeks. So you guys are so close to being done. I want you to hang in there. All right, so last week you guys started developing your conceptual models. So make sure that you're checking the discussion board for my comments about your initial thoughts. So you were, I was expecting you to put down what's your phenomenon of interest, what theory do you want to use with your phenomenon of interest, and what kind, like some beginning initial steps of a conceptual model. You didn't need the whole full thing, but just some initial ideas. So I want you to take those comments that I posted to heart. What you're going to do this week, go into week 10 content folder. There is some more information in there about some more model development. The one that we're really going to look at this week is the logic model development. There's some information in there about program logic models. There's one, I think it is the Kellogg logic model article. That one's a little bit long, there's like 71 pages in there, but there's some good stuff. It really starts to talk about why you need linear, logical kind of models where the phenomenon of interest is kind of in the center, and then you have these variables coming at it. So what are the resources? What are the activities? What is the thing that you're studying? And then what are the outcomes? What are the evaluations? It's really important as you are approaching an issue, any issue, not just research, any issue is, we do this all the time in nursing, is how do you know if you've done it well? You've been taught this in your undergraduate programs all the time. You do this when you're taking care of your patients all the time, is you make a diagnosis. The patient has whatever, and all of you guys are listing like these, some kind of phenomenon of interest. But it's really important, once you have applied something to this problem, how do you know if it's working? I mean, it's completely useless to have a problem or phenomenon of interest and have no way to evaluate it or to know if whatever you have implemented or your interventions that you've done, if it's effective. And we do this all the time in the nursing process. You will make a diagnosis, determine your interventions, your evaluations, and then your goals or your outcomes. So at the graduate level, we're just taking this up a notch and we're applying, a theoretical construct with a conceptual model. So there's not a ton of things that are due this week, but I want you to read the articles that are listed in week 10 content. Really get a good grasp on conceptual model development, blending that with your theory, and take my comments from the discussion board, because next week, in week 11, you're going to present your conceptual model. This is another big assignment. It's another 25% of your grade. You are going to develop another PowerPoint. You are going to teach all of us, not really teach, you're going to present to all of us your phenomenon of interest with the theory, with the conceptual model. So you will find in the syllabus, I think it's on about page 11 or 12, it's sort of towards the end of the syllabus, there's a rubric for your model development. Follow the rubric really closely. This is going to be very similar to your theory presentation. So if you lost points in a certain area in your theory presentation, kind of learn from that so that you don't make those same kinds of mistakes. So you do a really good job, because again, this is a big part of your grade. So that's what we're doing this week. No discussion boards, nothing. I just really want to give you guys enough time to do a good presentation on your models. I want you to use some of this information that I've listed. If any of you guys have Dr. Mary Soroki in your courses, if you haven't had her yet, you probably will. She teaches in the FNP program, so if you are a FNP student, you'll probably have her. She's done quite a bit of work in logic model development and implementation. So she's got some really good articles that I posted for you guys this week. So that's what you to do this week. So I don't want to say take your foot off the pedal, but you don't have anything due. So I want to give you time to learn and then to start working on this model presentation, which then we'll post for next week. So if you have any questions or you need me at all, you know how to get in touch with me. Hang in there. I know this class is a lot of work. There's a lot of reading. You guys are learning a lot of stuff. I'm so proud of you. And you're almost there. This is week 10 of 14. So we're so close. So that's it. Not a lot to do. Not. I don't want to say there's not a lot to do. There's a fair amount of reading and work to get started on your models, but nothing that you have to post this week. So, all right. Call me if you need me, and I'll be tracking you guys as I usually do, during the week. All right. You guys have a great week. Talk to you soon.